Hey everyone! We're live on all the platforms. I think this is the first time I've ever gone live in my kitchen. Um, for all of my platforms, I've gone live in the kitchen on TikTok all the time, plenty of times. But welcome. If this is your first time watching, my name is Crystal, aka Krys the Maximizer. I am a strategic money coach and I help women be super intentional with their money so they can make progress on their financial goals. Today's live is all about 3 tips to start your side hustle today. Hey, Cranberry Cocktail, how are you on Instagram? So I am on four platforms. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So if you could in the comments, let me know where you are watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. And I want you to put a money sign in the chat if you want to start a side hustle. So let me know what state you are watching from. And let me know by putting a money sign in the chat if you want to start a side hustle. Okay. If you want to start a side hustle. And I'm in my kitchen because we just got back in the house and we are doing what we call an in-between meal for dinner, which is chicken nuggets and french fries. I try to make sure we do vegetables every other day. We had vegetables yesterday. They made us fish and mashed potatoes, and I think we had corn. So we're doing chicken nuggets and fries tonight, plus whatever leftovers we had from yesterday. So I wanted to be able to manage the meal. No, when I say where you're watching from, what state are you watching from? I can see that you're on Instagram, but let me know what state you're watching from and put a money sign in the chat if you want to start a side hustle. If you already have a side hustle, that's great. But if you want to start something from scratch, this is the live for you. And the difference between a side hustle and a gig work is a side hustle is something that you create. You create the price, you create the offer, you decide how it gets delivered, you get paid directly versus gig work like Instacart or DoorDash or even Fiverr. They dictate how much you get paid. You also can only work as much as they will allow you. Whereas for your side hustle, you can charge $100, or depending on what your skills are, what your offer is, you could charge $10,000, right? There's no cap to your side hustle and you keep all of the money. Whereas when you're a gig worker, you can choose your own schedule, but you do not have unlimited income potential. There is a ceiling. You hear me? It says, oh my God, my bestie said I should join, but I'm a dude. Is that okay? Absolutely. I help men. Hey, Rosie. Um, hey, Rosie. Rosie actually signed up to be a part of Side Hustle Society, which is the program I'll tell you about later. But, anyways, this live is going to give you tips to start a side hustle. So, if you are someone who wants to create something, hey, MZK in Louisiana, and you want to start a side hustle, I love it. Hey, Julie. Wait, are you Julie? I don't think you're Julie V, are you? But if you want to start something, oh, I see Caroline is in Florida. What part of Florida? I'm also in Florida. I'm in Central Florida. Andre is here from Alabama. So a side hustle is something that you create that's your own. A side hustle is something that no one can take away from you. A side hustle is something that allows you to make more money. Hey, Joyce, Julie D. Hey, Julie. I thought it was another Julie that was in my programs before. Ocala. Okay. Ocala's probably like what? 40 minutes from where I live, maybe a little bit longer. But a side hustle is something. Hey, Maria, what part of Florida are you in? I'm in the Orlando area. Caroline on Instagram, or Caroline, excuse me, is on Instagram, and she's in Ocala. But we're talking about side hustle tips, and I was just talking about like how the side hustle is the thing that allows you to do more of what you want. Side hustle, you can do it on your own time. You're not dictated to like the best times to DoorDash or the best times to Uber or the best times to Instacart. You can make your side hustle your own thing. So it works for you. It works for your schedule, right? So I'm a huge advocate of you having a side hustle. So if you have a 9 to 5 already, you have a steady source of income, but you are ready to make more money, I highly suggest you start a side hustle. And I have 3 tips to help you start a side hustle today. Okay. I don't have my 2 screens So it's gonna be a little okay. I have it over here. I have 3 tips to help you start a side hustle. I'm gonna tell you tip number 1, and then I gotta go check the oven because I'm in the kitchen and we're doing dinner too. Okay, so if you are ready to start a side hustle, I am here to help you. So the first tip is you have to choose something that you like, but most importantly, choose something that you love. And I'm gonna talk to y'all while I check my food because like I told y'all, I'm going live every day come hella high water and I don't care what's happening. So you have to choose something that you love because with the side hustle, most times you are not going to make money immediately. It is going to take you time to build your audience on social media. It's going to take you time to get in front of your ideal client. It's going to take you time to perfect your offer. It's going to take you time to create your marketing plan. If you are doing something just for the money, you will stop before you reach your level of greatness. And I'm going to give you an example using myself. Woo, baby. I put salt in here, so I think it's really the salt. I'm really more worried about the French fries than the chicken nuggets because they still look a little wet. Because if you choose something that you don't like, right? When it gets tough, what are you going to do? You're going to quit it. So I was a sales recruiter for 4 years. I recruited call center sales agents. And I was a great recruiter. I made $80,000 a year as a recruiter. I was the top recruiter. I recruited hundreds of people in the time that I was there. So I wanted a side hustle because I knew I did not want to be working at that 9 to 5 forever, right? So I decided to start recruiting nurses. And I was doing it for the money because you can make thousands of dollars recruiting nurses, right? I did not love recruiting, and I also did not love nursing that much, right? So I didn't love it enough to persevere through all the crap. Let me turn that on. Let's give them a little bit more time. As a result, that side hustle did not last me more than a year. Okay. I quit because I was only doing it for the money. Now, we're creating a side hustle to make money, right? If this makes sense, can I get some likes, some yeses? We're doing a side hustle to make money. You're never going to hear me say, oh, don't worry about the money. But what I mean is, if you're doing something purely because you can make $10,000 per client, if you don't love it, when it gets tough, when it gets hard, when it gets you're not making any money, you will quit because it's like, I don't like this. I have nothing invested. I'm going to give you a flip side example. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. The business that I have today started as my side hustle. I love couponing. I love budgeting. I love managing money. I love making money. I love everything about my job. I am telling y'all with sincere honesty, there are days where I make $0.00. There are weeks where my paycheck is less than $100. I am being so real with y'all. But there are also times when I can have $1,000 day. There's also times where I can sign a brand deal and make $10,000 a month from this brand deal, right? I've had $2,000 brand deals where I only made a 6-minute video and I got paid $2,000. So what I'm saying that to say, you have to love it for the $0 days. You have to love it for the 3 months of ramp up before you get your first client. You've got to love your side hustle deeply. But also in the flip side, some people start side hustles and businesses and they grow super fast. So money, cash flow isn't the issue, but you've got to love it enough when everything's burning down, when you're getting negative reviews online because you didn't have the right customer service. You've got to love it when people are doing disputes. Jesus. People are doing disputes and trying to scam you, even though you gave them the product, the service, or whatever it is that they purchased. You have to love it through it all. And if you don't, that's okay. But it just may not be the side hustle for you. It may not be the future business for you if you don't love it deep enough. You have to have a strong why. I can also relate this to, and I know I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to make this relatable. Saving money. Tell me, I want you to put a number 2 in the chat. If you've ever said, Oh, I'm going to save money. And you've stashed money somewhere, a bank account, a closet, a jar, and it had no purpose. It was just, I'm saving money. Put a number 2 in the comments, right? There was no purpose tied to, I'm just going to save money. Then I also want you to think, how quickly did you spend that money because it had no purpose? God daggone fast, right? Something came up and you just swiped and spent that money like crazy. Oh, Maria, I see. I need a side hustle after 22 years. Girl, I'm here to help you. I am here to help you. You spent that money so daggone fast. Why? Because it didn't have a purpose. Now, I know some people will say, I'm a spender. I can't save. I don't really believe that. I want you to think about a time, same thing, where the money that you were saving had a purpose. Whether it was, I got to pay my rent, whether it was, I have to get new tires for my car. Maybe it was, my baby is going to college and this money is for their books. Maybe this money is to get my hair done for my birthday. I don't care what it is, but you did not spend that money that was for your birthday. You did not spend that money that was for your college tuition because it had a purpose. Everything goes back to your deeper purpose. What is the purpose? What is your why? Why? I take the $0 days. I take the disputes that I do not always win, right? I take the harsh feedback. I take the negative social media comments, because I know in my heart of hearts that I am doing good. I know that I've helped hundreds and thousands of women save money. I know that one bad review does not take away the fact that 100 people have gotten the results that they desire, right? I love this to my core. I did not love recruiting nurses to deal with the $0 days, because after I invested thousands of dollars and I wasn't seeing that return, I was out. I was done. I don't want to do this anymore. But this business, this Krys the Maximizer, it would have to be something catastrophic for me to close down, because I'm going to fight through the $0 days. I'm going to fight through the hard clients. I'm going to fight through no sales. I'm also going to fight through the growing pains of when things grow too fast and I wasn't ready. Because sometimes we always talk about the bad side of business when you're not making sales. But what happens when you're making too many sales too fast and you outgrow yourself? People have closed their businesses because of that. They couldn't keep up with the growth that they were having. They didn't know how to manage their money. So they were making more money, but then they were blowing it because they didn't have a good money management process as they were growing their business, right? So it can be twofold. Your why has to be deep. When it comes to a side hustle, it has to be something that you would do for free. We're not doing it for free, but it has to be something. Like if I could wake up every morning and just teach people about money management, about couponing and budgeting for free and not have to charge for my programs, I would. But then my family would probably be homeless and carless and everything, right? So that is the number one most important tip around all of this. Your why has to be deeper than the money. Ooh, that's a post. Your why has to be deeper than the money. The money allows us to live the life that we love. The money allows us to have the things that we've always wanted to have. The money allows us to have the lifestyle that we've desired. But the why is the impact and the purpose. So tip number one, have a why that is deeper than the money. We all want the money. I want to make $100,000 a month. I'm telling you that. It is nothing wrong with wanting to make money. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have money. There's nothing wrong with wanting more. Always be grateful for what you have, where you're going, and where you left from. But it is nothing wrong with wanting more. I want to make $100,000 a month. I will make $100,000 a month, right? Probably not tomorrow, probably not next year, but it will happen. But my why of my business is deeper than making that $100,000. Can I get some likes? Can I get some yeses if that makes sense? So, tip number one, you have to choose something that you love. Your why has to be deeper than the money. Let me get my food out the oven and let's do tip number two, because I walked over here and then I didn't open the oven and I don't want to burn our stuff because then Kinsley and Bay will be mad at me. Oh, I didn't call you. I was on live. Okay, I think it's done. I'm trying not to burn our stuff. Yeah, I think it's done. It's still a little bit mushy, but I don't want to burn. Can I? Careful, it's really, really hot, and I'm on live. Hi. You want mashed potatoes too, or you just want the fries? I just want fries. Okay. Okay. Can I try one? Yeah. Ooh. Tip number 2. Because I don't want to be eating in your ear, but your girl's starving. The second tip to help you start a side hustle. We've got to start small. It's hot. Let me tell you. Go ahead, get your ketchup. You can pick your chicken nugget. We are going to start small with what we have already. You want the chicken nuggets in the big one, right? No. Oh. I mean, we're going to start small with what we have. Sorry, y'all. But listen, Krys the Maximizer is giving you real life. Okay? I'm a mom with a business that works from home. I made some goals to go live every day on day. But I also have to cook dinner sometimes because baby cooking most of the time. Shout out to Bay. And me and Kinsley have to do her hair. So I didn't want to be up on live too long. Is that enough? Yes. You want barbecue sauce too, or just ketchup? Barbecue sauce. Go ahead, put your ketchup there, and then you can get barbecue. So tip number 2 is we're starting small with what we have. If you're a service-based business, we're picking one offer to promote. If you are a product-based business, here is the kicker. So a product-based business is something physical, right? You're selling cups, you're selling candles, you're selling t-shirts. We are going to get one sample and do pre-orders. We're not trying to hold all this freaking inventory. We're not trying to have 2, 3, 4, 5,000 offers when you are just starting. One offer, one pre-order. One pre-order. I'm selling planners. Best believe it's going to be on pre-order. I probably have 1 or 2 samples in here so I can take pictures and show y'all everything. But I'm not going to buy 100 planners. I don't know how many people's going to buy. Lord willing, I sell 1,000 of them, but I want it on pre-order. Okay? You want to do pre-orders. You can go sit in the living room, turn your TV on. Not too loud. Living room. Okay? And I'll get you some juice. Come back and get your juice. You want to start small. And you want to start with what you have already. Start with what you have. I see so many people like, I need a business and I'm going to get a business loan. Start with what you have. What? That's all we have. It's Arizona. You don't want that? It's pretty good. Go ahead. There should be napkins in there, right? Start with what you have and start small. So service-based businesses, one offer. What I mean is, if you are going to be, doing tutoring, don't have all these tutoring package, one tutoring package, one package to start with. Either leave it or take it, right? That's it. That's all. Because the more you have, the crazier it gets. And you've got to get used to selling. And it's easier to sell when you have one product and one service. Okay? So that's tip number 2. Tip number 1, your why has to be deeper than the money. So choose something you love to do. Number 2 is you're going to start small with one offer, one product, and we are doing pre-orders. Okay? We're doing pre-orders. Tip number 3, free marketing. Choose one main social media platform and a second one and start creating content for the clients and customers you desire. So if you want to sell candles, you need to start talking about the candles that you like, how they make you feel, why you need them, why candles are exciting, show you making the candles, if you're making candles, whatever. But you should use social media is free. You shouldn't be worrying about ads and billboards and all that stuff when you are starting. I've made multiple six figures on social media for free. Probably in my whole 4 years, I probably spent less than $500 on paid ads. Less than $500, and I've made multiple six figures. All of my traffic is pretty much organic and online. I've done 2 things in person. Everything else is 100% online, service based. Okay? So you want to choose 1 to 2 social media platforms. Social media is free, and that is what you're going to use to sell your products and your services. If you're thinking, Crystal, how do I do all of this? I need more steps. I'm helping you inside my program called Side Hustle Society. This is a 3-month coaching program where you're going to get group coaching in a group with all the people who are interested in starting side hustles. And then every month you get a 1-to-1 session with me. I am going to live teach you how to create your side hustle from scratch. You can come to me with an idea or no idea. You can come to me and say, Crystal, I'm ready to invest in myself. I'm ready to start a side hustle. I don't know what. I will help you. I will pull out of you your side hustle, your first offer, the price of that offer, and then we're going to work together for 3 months to create your sales plan, your marketing plan, your client plan to help you continue to make consistent money. The last quarter of the year, this is when you make the most money. Black Friday, December, Christmas, this is when you make the money. So from November, December, and January, we're going to work together to create your side hustle and get you making consistent money. All live taught in between our coaching calls, because we do 3 calls a month. You're going to have access to text me and voice memo me so that you can ask me questions, so that you can make money. The point is, before you leave the program, you are making money. That's the point of it. The point is to get you making money. In the first week, we're creating your side hustle and we're creating your offer. We're not dragging your feet. You're going to create it ASAP and you're going to start the plans ASAP. Okay? So the Side Hustle Society is only $997 for 3 months. You can break it up into 4 payments of $299. That's it. Less than $1,000. What you're going to learn can make you tens of thousands of dollars when you implement it. One of the most recent 1-to-1 clients I worked with, she had an online clothing boutique. When she came to me, she was making $0 a month. Whenever she did make money, it was all in-person sales. It was all like pop-up shops and flea markets and events that she would host. In 30 days, she went from $0 to $980, basically $1,000 a month. After working with me for 30 days, she went from $0 in sales to $1,000. I had a service-based client who went from no business at all and just like a very small YouTube channel to actually signing in the program. I believe she signed 3 clients that started paying her for her services. Okay? You can be in there. I have male clients. I say women because the majority of, I'll say 99% of my clients are women. However, my first client to save $10,000 in 6 months was a blind man. I think I've had 5 male clients so far. So don't feel like you can't because you're a male, because that's not it at all. Okay? So if you are interested in Side Hustle Society, email me, DM me, let's chat. I would love to help you. I do have 9 spots left because Rosie snagged the first one. Would that be the same if selling baked bread? Absolutely, because I would be pre-ordering baked bread. They got to put their orders in. They have to put their, I would not be baking a bunch of bread because the shelf life on that is not long. Hey, Julia, the shelf life on the bread is not going to be long. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, for baked goods, I would be doing the same thing. Okay? I would be doing pre-orders. My mom was in my last side hustle program, and she went from not posting a lot, not being on her social media, to now pretty much every time she posts, she gets a client. When she listens to me and she posts, she gets a client. I told her if she would just listen to me, and every time she listens to me and she posts, she gets clients. Use the free social media. And she's literally just posting on her Facebook page, sometimes on Instagram, but mostly on Facebook. All right. Does anybody have any questions before I start to stuff my face and get up off of here? So the 3 tips are: tip number 1, your why has to be deeper than the money. Do something that you love. Number 2 is to start small with one product or service. Okay. And then number 3, use social media. It's free. Use social media. It's free. So if you are interested in working with me in the Side Hustle Society, we start on November 3rd. Okay. All you have to do is email me or shoot me a DM. I spoke to another potential side hustler on Facebook today. I called another client today. So these 9 spots are going to fill up. Like, it's going to sell out. So if you are interested, it's not opening up again until next year. And by that point, think about how much money you could have made by the time I run it Ashley, by the time I run it next year, you could have already made $3, $4, $5, $10,000. Who knows? Who knows? Who the heck knows? Okay? So, DM me if you're interested. I'll be live again tomorrow night. I don't know the time yet, but sometime between 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern, I'll be live again. But I'm gonna eat because then I have to braid up Kinsley's hair. We took her braids out, we washed it, and now I'm just gonna braid her hair. Well, plait it, whatever. If you have any questions, you can comment on this live. This replay will be available on YouTube and on Instagram. Any questions before I go? Y'all been a little quiet. Nobody has any questions besides Gone B? No questions? No questions? If y'all don't have no questions, I'm gonna go so I can eat my dinner, do my baby's hair. I look forward to chatting with some of you about Side Hustle Society and really growing and scaling that side hustle to make that consistent money. Yeah, I'll be talking about it every single day in October. So if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, y'all have a good night. Bye.